And welcome back to WENY News at noon. We are joined today by Doris Jean Metzger, who is the teen librarian with the Chemung County Library District. And I look forward to having you and Caroline Poppendieck join us every month because you bring such wonderful book recommendations month after month. So what do you have for us for the month of October?
Thanks, Renata. Well, it's spooky season is coming up, and the first selection is a book called Lesson in Vengeance, and it's by Victoria Leigh. So this is one of those dark academia books that I love. It's set in a school, private girls' school, very creepy. 17-year-old Felicity has returned to school after taking a semester off after the mysterious death of her roommate. And Felicity is not exactly a reliable narrator. She's sworn off doing anything witchy or occult, which she was dabbling in the semester before, but the pull of that lingers. On top of that, there's a new student who is a prodigy writer, and she also has more than she seems to be. And she and Felicity become friends, and the writer, Ellis, is kind of a bad influence and draws Felicity back into the witchy occult world, trying to solve what happened to the school's founders. They all mysteriously died as well, decades ago. So there's a lot of twists and turns and a huge climax that is just will make the hair stand up on your head. It was a lot of fun to read and a very slow build. It was great.
I love it.
The next one is for something totally different, a graphic novel called Demon in the Wood by Leigh Bardugo. And Leigh has written the Shadow and Bone books that are now on Netflix and are such a hit. So this Demon in the Wood graphic novel tells the story of the Darkling's origins. The Darkling is the uber bad guy in the Netflix series and in some of the books. And is he a hero to some people? Is he a terrible evil villain? Is he both? And why did he become who he is? And I loved the Demon in the Wood graphic novel. The illustrations are very clear and deliver like the bleakness of his upbringing. And it's really not to be missed. There's twists and turns, and you really end up, in spite of yourself, having some sympathy for the Darkling. It adds a wonderful layer for anybody who is a fan of the show or the Grishnaverse books by Leigh Bardugo. So I love that. And finally, as a palate cleanser, there's a book that's literally called A Little Something Different. And it's a romance by Sandy Hall. And it's not a brand new book, but it's one of my favorites because it tells the sweet love story of two college students who really like each other, but they're too scared to kind of do anything about it or even talk to each other. And their growing relationship is conveyed from the point of view of all the people in their lives, including the park bench they sit on and the bus driver that picks them up and takes them to their door every day, and even the squirrel that's in the park. And it's so unique and so much fun. And it just makes you smile, but it's not too sweet. So it just hits the exact right spot for a delightful romance, and it's quirky. So I love it.
Well, great. And we are in the month of October, people getting in the Halloween spirit, and the library is actually hosting an event that you haven't been able to do for a while.
Absolutely. I'm excited to say that our annual teen Halloween dance is back. We had to pause it because of the pandemic, but now we're back, and our theme is Library of Doom. So this is a Halloween dance for 7th to 12th graders only. It's on Friday, October 28th from 7 to 9. It's free, thanks to the Friends of Chemung County Library District and the Chemung County Youth Bureau. So we're going to have music, food, games, video gaming as well, costume contest, and you can come dressed up or you can come as you are. It's a great time. We usually have a great turnout, and I'm excited. I got to buy an 8-foot light up inflatable spider. So we'll see. I love my job. We'll see how that goes.
Well, great. Well, Doris Jean, thank you so much for joining us with your book recommendations and telling us about the party. We hope it's a success.
I'm sure it will be. Thanks, Renata.